In this documentary, we will immerse ourselves in the fascinating world of village houses, exploring their secret, their history, and their unique architecture. My name is Siary Vindas, and in this documentary, we have the privilege of introducing you to a diverse group of passionate experts, each with a unique perspective and a deep love for exploring village houses around the world. First, we meet Jimmy Fonseca, a history passionate about unraveling the mysteries of the past. Alongside him is Andrey Picado, a fearless researcher whose insatiable curiosity has led him to the remotest corners of the world in search of knowledge. And finally, with me, Josseline Padilla, our tour guide.
Hello, my name is Andrey. I am a researcher who specializes in the study of village homes around the world. I have a great interest in understanding the diverse architectural, cultural, and social aspects of rural communities and how it influences the modern architectural. So that's all about me. And thank you for inviting me.
How have village homes evolved over the years?
In addition to what experts say before, Dennis J. Tingelman said in his article named The Village Home Subdivision in Davis, Origins and Evolution of a Better Place to Live, that the evolution of village homes is a complex process influenced by a wide range of factors or in, in the context of the place where it locates, right? So it reflects the dynamic nature of human society and the need to adapt to changing circumstances and lifestyles while preserving cultural and historical identities.
We can some notable examples of village homes be found worldwide and what sets them apart from the surrounding environment.
Actually, we can find many examples of, of these places of Tibet, Norway, and Italy, right? First of all, according to the touristic page of visitnorway.com, in Norway, for example, we can find houses called Robu or Shubu, which are traditional fishermen's huts in a picturesque wooden fishing village known in Norwegian as Fisherberg in northern Norway or Bjorn, Norway. So the most places of the Norwegian village homes are located in the Norway, in the northern side of Norway, right? So this is an amazing place for the touristic architectural. Um, on the other hand, regarding Italy, this architecture is very diverse. However, according to 20 minutes.es, one type of architecture different from the rest is one found in the village of Alberobello, which will surprise you immense at a glance. Among its urban fabric, the so-called truly, uh, the houses called truly, right, stand up a type of traditional construction that gives the village a unique personality. The trolley have a curious conical roof, uh, thick walls, and a square or round base. In general, they are all single story because of the difficulty of raising this type of construction with several stories, although there are a few with two stories, right? So Italy is very diverse, even from the Renaissance era. Italy have been evolved around the years. Um, and the another about the Tibet. According to Jeff Ace on his page named factsanddetails.com, He said that in Tibet, it highlights the Tibetan religious architecture, which has been influenced by the architecture and art of the Pali Kingdom in India and the Newari Kingdom in Nepal. Even so, Tibetan architecture has many features that are unique to Tibet and have a great influence on architecture outside of Tibet. For example, the Potala Palace is the highest expression of Tibetan architecture and the residence of all the Dalai Lamas across the years, right? So the Tibet architecture is more influenced by the religious, right? And is influenced by another places like India and Nepal.
What unique features do village homes in Norway, Italy, and Tibet have in common?
I would like to add to what has been said before. According to various academic articles, such as Norwegian Wood by Lars Meetings, Italian Country Living by Caroline Clifton Mock, and the New Tibetan English Dictionary of Modern Tibetan by Melvin Goldstein, while village homes in Norway, Italy, and Tibet have distinct architectural and cultural characteristics, there are some common features they share due to their rural and often mountainous and cold climate environments, right? So village homes in all uh, these three regions typically use locally sourced materials. For example, in Norway, this often means timber due to the abundance of forest. In Italy, you may find homes made of stone or adobe, depending on the region, even rocks. And in Tibet, stone, as in Italy, and mud bricks are commonly used. So homes in these regions are designed to adapt to the local environment. In Norway, houses are built uh, to to cold winters and heavy snowfall, often with a steep roof to prevent snow accumulation. In the meantime, in Tibet, homes are constructed to provide insulation against high altitude weather conditions. And in Italy, homes are built with materials that offer thermal comfort depending on the weather of the region.
Can you describe the historical development of village homes in Norway and Italy?
Hello, I'm Jimmy Fonseca. I am a historical graduate for Cambridge, and it's a pleasure to be here. In both Norway and Italy, the historical development of village homes is closely tied to the availability of local materials, climates, and the cultural tradition of the region. These homes have evolved over the centuries, adapting to changing needs and architectural influence while preserving the unique character. According to Lois Meeting, Thomas D7 and more authors in Norway cite the medieval origins. During the period, houses were often constructed using timber and factories grass of tough roofs, which helped insulate it against the cold climate. Today, you can find a mix of historic log cabins and more modern wooden house that incorporate elements of Norwegian folk architecture. And the other hand, according to Caroline Clifton Mott and Elizabeth Helwat Michelin, they cite the Italian architecture has been shaped by various civilizations, including the ancient Romans. These materials offer durability and thermal comfort. Today, You can see a blend of historical and modern styles and Italian village homes. Some have been renovated to meet contemporary standards, while others preserved to the maintains their culture and architectural significance.
How have these distinct architecture styles been adapted to serve the contemporary needs of their communities?
It is not a secret that it's all this region that adoption of architectural styles has been influenced by a desire to balance the preservation of culture heritage with contemporary demands for comfort, sustainability, and economic viability. A great example of this is the architectural tourism, which, according to Agueda Esteban Talaya and more authors, have experienced considerable growth in recent years, both in the supply and the demand. Much of this growth can be attributed to the effect of the European rural development programs that support this type of initiative. These programs contribute to the conservation, restoration, and rehabilitation of heritage that would end otherwise by forgetting or simply disappear.
What materials are typically used in the construction of these homes?
According to MCCM Casas in Scandinavian nations such as Norway, two types of construction can be distinguished. Swedish designed for year-round residence and permanent vacation homes in mountain areas. In Norway, the village homes construction requires to use of specific materials. In general, stone and concrete constructions is not chosen. Instead, wood become the main material due to its economic, its ability to adapt to the climate, and its highly efficient heating properties. In addition, these countries have abundant forests rich in timber, which ensures the availability of high quality building materials. On the other hand, Italy has the greatest historical and architectural heritage in the world, and the largest number of UNESCO World Heritage Sites in the world. The materials used in Italian architecture could be adapted to suites, the builder and budgets ranging from wooden slabs to brick of stone. Finally, regarding the Tibet architecture, according to Luxem's Xering or tour guide in Tibet, Tibetan houses are usually made out of mixture of rocks, wood, cement, and earth. For Tibet is very rich in these materials, and it is easy to distinguish from the exterior. Windows on Tibetan house are generally small because the Tibetan plants in very sunny and there are large temperature difference. So smaller windows can be used to regulate the lighting and temperature. A major feature of Tibetan architecture is the decoration of the windows. Despite the small size, Tibetan style windows are fragmented in black, which are called baka in Tibetan.
Could you share what the residents have said about the quality of life in village homes in Norway, Italy, and Tibet?
Italy has some places where people say they have a good quality of life. Some examples where there is a village homes are Bolzano, Florence, Milan, Matera, among others. Bolzano is well-preserved historic center with Gothic architecture and a combination of Italian and Austrian cultures. Bolzano residents and visitors say that the place offers a high quality of life, has a pleasant climate, an excellent health care system, and good transport links to the train station and airports. Another place is Turin. It is the European center of international trade and industry. This is the reason why many immigrants live here. Turin has historic neighborhoods, rustic houses, palaces, opera houses, and galleries. Many job opportunities open up for expats here as the technology and innovation industry is thriving. People say that it is a very safe place, so the level of quality of life is very good. And in an article in La Nación, I read that an Argentine couple went to live in Matera in Basilicata, a village in the south of Italy. They say there are charming landscapes with narrow streets and medieval architecture, nearby beaches and lush vegetation, and they say they have a devotion to food and that their pizza is the best in the world. Other people say that Matera is an example of smart eco-sustainability, and in addition, the houses are excavated in rock and placed one on top of the other. There were 3,000 homes where up to 18,000 people have lived.
What are the most popular tourist activity available in and around the village homes in Norway, Italy, and Tibet?
Some Italian beaches where tourism has been promoted are Malchesine, Buccheri, Badolato, Stroncon, Nocera Umbra, and many others. In Malchesine, the Castello Scalitiero is the main attraction around which the rest of the town is distributed. It is made up of several buildings with towers and battlements. In Buccheri of the northern slope of Monte Lauro in Sicily, there is a town where history is reflected in every corner with great Roman Arab traces. You can also see the church and San Antonio Abad and many other places that are tourist attractions. Also, the extraction of olive oil stands out. And in Badolato, it is distinguished for being surrounded by nature, white sand beaches and crystal clear waters, fields, rivers, hills, vineyards, mountains with waterfalls, lakes, and trails. There are history houses that have been converted into restaurants and bars for travelers and people who come there on vacation. Tourism is of great importance for the economy of those who live in these areas, since the businesses in them benefit.
What are the most popular tourist activity available in and around the village homes in Norway, Italy, and Tibet?
The three countries in Norway, Italy, and Tibet had places that are tourist attractions, whether due to their nature, their architecture, their customs and traditions, and cultural activities or economic activities. In Norway, you can embark on a scenic fjord cruises and witness the mesmerizing northern lights in the northern regions during winter. Explore the country's stunning natural landscapes through hiking and visit Oslo for its museums, historical sites, and vibrant culture. And Italy offers a treasure trove of experiences, including exploring historic cities like Rome, Venice, Florence, and Milan, where you can delve into history, art, and architecture, savor authentic Italian cuisine, visit ancient Rome ruins, relax on picturesque coast, and explore world-class museums and galleries. And In the Tibet, you can embark on spiritual journeys by visiting monasteries and temples, including the iconic Potala Palace, Jokhan Temple in Lhasa. For adventurers, there is the opportunity to trek to base camp of Mount Everest in the Himalayas, or enjoy trekking and river rafting in the Himalayas foothills. Capture breathtaking landscapes and high plateaus with your camera.
In my opinion, as experts, all houses have experienced a constant disappearance in the last 30 years with the arrival of the megacities, new constructions, technologies, and globalization, which remember the old design obsolete. However, we should not let the remaining old houses vanish, as it will be mean losing a part of the world culture, which will be very sad in the world that is increasingly losing its culture due to globalization and new technologies. Solutions could be generated for problems of disappearance of these houses by creating protections and preservation programs so that future generation can glimpse the homes of their grandparents or parents and gain some understanding of how they live. Thank you for watching your documentary. For more information, visit the page in the video description.